There are 7 specific streamers who perfectly represent the 7 heavenly virtues: patience, kindness, charity, temperance, humility, diligence, and chastity. Diligence. Jynxzi.
In the life of a small Twitch streamer. First I wake up and make my bed like the good boy that I am, then I head to the game station and assume the position. I quickly log off as I'm already getting pretty tired from today, so I head to bed and get some rest for tomorrow.
Rarely do you see the average person think of being a streamer as a job that requires serious hustle and dedication.
So chat, two toasters should cancel each other out? Alright. Death Wish! Oh, I think I just shit myself.
It's not hard to understand why, but of course, some streamers really stand out, going above and beyond for their fans. Names like Critical or Quackity come to mind, and while they all have their fair share in the Twitch spotlight, all of them would be overshadowed by one man, Jynxzi, the embodiment of the virtue diligence.
L excuses, right hand on the Bible. God can strike me down if I'm lying. That motherfucker's cheating! Take my word!
Of course, Jynxzi didn't become a sensation overnight. Like most other streamers, he started his career with just his webcam and a console. So if he doesn't rely on fancy equipment, big sponsors, or petty drama to get attention, how did he make it so big? The answer: he just streamed. A lot. Rain or shine, day in and day out. He had a stream ready for his small but tight-knit fan base. In his 5 years alone, he spent over 500 hours streaming. During these streams, Jynxzi would average only 4 viewers, with his viewership peaking at a grand total of 23 people. These numbers should look very familiar to anyone who made a good, honest attempt at streaming for the first time. It isn't pretty. Seeing these stats day by day is where most people would throw in the towel, but not for Jynxzi.
The guidance counselor said I'd be a failure. The teacher said I'd be a failure. One of my teachers, my business teacher, said, "When are you going to start taking life seriously?" Back then I was already streaming. I was already putting in hours, Charlie. But I never let anyone know that, Chesterfield, because it's not about the hours that they know about. It's about what you do in the dark room when it's you and your thoughts. And you gotta control your destiny!
Jynxzi kept at it, gaining traction little by little. He would later post his videos on YouTube and TikTok, exposing his brand to even more potential fans. And thanks to the simplicity of his streams, people hopping from his clips to his main Twitch got exactly what they expected. In October 2020 and January 2021, he would jump from an average of 100 viewers to over 500, thanks in large part to his regular streams and commitment to diversity in content. He would continue to soar in 2022 and 2023, with the latter being his best year yet, going from 500,000 followers in January to doubling that just 4 months later, quickly becoming the most subscribed streamer of all time. While other big-name streamers splurge on fancy setups, Jynxzi keeps it simple and continues to use his Xbox and webcam, which he had used since he began his streaming journey.
So I woke up today and I said, let's do a setup review. First things first, the legendary chair, my gaming chair I've been using for 3 years. And then of course we got my green screen. This right here is my monitor I use for streaming and YouTube videos. This right here is my gaming monitor with the Xbox controller custom made, really clean. And then of course we got the Blue Yeti microphone looking spiffy. This is my mouse. No, I don't use this mouse for gaming. I use this mouse for YouTube video. And of course we got the beautiful Xbox Series X with like 1 million fans.
Even after hitting such incredible milestones, Jynxzi's still at it, streaming almost 6 hours daily for his fans and showing no sign of slowing down. Now that's diligence. Ninja. Temperance. And though our next streamer has shown great diligence throughout his career, he has also shown great temperance. Temperance being the act of voluntary self-discipline, always choosing against the easiest road forward to better oneself. And no streamer's career has been as abrasive as Ninja's. Throughout his long career, Ninja has always been a sort of pioneer in validating streaming as a career path. After growing a respectable following on YouTube and becoming the largest Twitch streamer ever, Ninja was faced with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. In 2019, Ninja would leave the comfort and security of Twitch and sign a multi-million-dollar exclusive deal with Microsoft's new streaming platform, Mixer. as one of their main attractions. Though many saw this as a cash grab, Ninja actually had complete faith in Mixer and the new technology it brought with it for streaming.
There was a lot of things that Mixer had that people on Twitch or from other websites like, damn, that's crazy. Like how low their low latency mode was. I mean, it was instant.
Fantastic.
It was also so clear. The fidelity was so high on the
cap in the
platform.
bit rate.
Hype Zone, the Hype Zone where it would show
I didn't know
like,
that
the end of
Mixer-
the Battle Royale games was dope.
Amazing.
The stream interactions that were possible.
Amazing, dude. Yeah, no, they had so much potential.
The jump came with its own set of risks. On Mixer, there wasn't the built-in user base as there was on Twitch, and new users had to go through insane hoops to even create an account.
One thing, like, they're to make a username, Microsoft email account only. Are you serious?
Bro.
Like, and then you had to and then they gave you a username just like they do with your Xbox Live account. And it was like, well, that's annoying. Now you got to go into the profile section completely off of what the stream is, and then you got to change your username if you want to be authentic and not whatever.
Mixer would shut down the next year, and Ninja would get to keep every bit of that 7-figure payout, but he wouldn't stop trying to find new ways to breathe fresh air into streaming. Post-Mixer, any skeptics thought Ninja would either choose to stream on YouTube or Twitch, and after a 2-year partnership with the latter, Ninja would decide to become a free agent again and stream on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and even Facebook.
Oh, dude, we have to enable we forgot the Mixer link, dude. We forgot to stream to Mixer too, man. What an L! Twitch has owned my stream, technically, if you think about it, for 10 years, and then Mixer for 1 year. And for the first time in 11 years, I own my streaming content. How crazy is that? Isn't that crazy to think about?
Right now, it's uncertain where Ninja will find himself next, but what we do know is that he will continue to push against the grain as he always has. Though our next streamer shows restraint in a completely different way. Chastity, Nick AO. Twitch offers some of the most diverse sets of content online, from game streams to podcasts. Though with Twitch's loosening restrictions, a specific brand of content has reigned king, summoning a flood of streams that aren't exactly what you'd call family-friendly.
In the words of a wise man, them thangs be thangin'.
One streamer sets himself apart from the rest, the one, the only, Nick A30. Who for the past few years has become the poster child for keeping it clean and staying positive on Twitch.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Yeah, I want it louder though. Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's party! Let's go!
Nick's known for being incredible at games like Fortnite, which draws in a younger crowd. Recently, whether streamers are responsible for the kids in their audiences has become a hot button issue. But it's a no-brainer for Nick. He's all about keeping things PG on his streams, following a strict no profanity policy that applies to any other potentially inappropriate content. Within his community, he makes sure that everyone is welcome regardless of personal beliefs, and he hopes to spread this message to fans. It's not just a bit. Nick knows how easily influenced his young audience could be in the wrong hands, and seeks to set the best example he can for them, turning down potentially life-changing collabs and brand deals just to stay in line with his core values of positivity and respect.
Always make sure that we're as welcoming as we can be, and we make sure that we welcome every single person, no matter who you are, no matter what you stand for. And I always encourage my chat to be friendly to every single person. And if you're not, then as harsh as it is, like we don't want to want you kind of spreading that hate. Like we want to accept everyone for who they are. So I think that's like the best thing that I could try to do is just make sure my chat is welcoming and make sure that the community is welcoming to all that. And that kind of hate, any of that stuff, it's not welcome in our community.
Nick shows his most restraint when in the game. Game rage is so common online that it's almost expected to let out a few swears whenever someone loses, but Nick remains calm and reserved. It's kinda terrifying.
Well, then it looks like we got to put on a show, don't we now? Just shut up the stream, Ninja, please. Yeah, just exit out of that.
Even in these moments, Nick A30 is mindful of his young audience and tries to show them how to handle their emotions properly, being very vocal about learning from his deaths/mistakes while on stream. In an environment that both fosters and rewards toxicity, Nick's success on the platform is a pleasant surprise. However, another streamer began the fight for positivity on Twitch first. Pokimane, Kindness. Kindness at its most basic level is the act of helping others in need and not expecting anything in return. And although her cookie scandal would lock her out of having charity as her virtue, Twitch icon Pokimane has shown time and time again to embody pure kindness, always putting other streamers above herself. Contrary to certain groups online, Pokimane has a commendable track record supporting established and up-and-coming streamers, giving shoutouts and even donations to streamers she wants to see succeed.
Send it! Send it! No way!
I love seeing the reaction.
Yo, she wasn't messing around, dude!
Am I ever?
Thank you so much!
In 2021, she would co-found RTS, an organization dedicated to uplifting marginalized creators and prioritizing the well-being of all members over content production. While other orgs rely entirely on content creators giving their all 24/7 to turn a profit, RTS focuses on alternative money-making ventures to keep the revenue flowing without a streamer having to work themselves to the bone to stay relevant.
Adaptability. You have to be able to move and adapt with the trends. If you are really good at one game and for whatever reason outside of your control, that game just dies in a year or two, then you wouldn't want your career to die with it.
Through RTS, Pokimane hopes to address the rising concern of burnout, particularly prevalent in an online landscape filled to the brim with hostility, especially towards men.
Being able to talk with people who understand what you're going through and empathize and share tips and tricks and really feel protected in that sense helps tremendously. I don't think I could have gone through the things that I've gone through if it was just me alone and if I didn't have the friends and support system that I had, especially other female streamers.
Poki has experienced firsthand the many challenges of being a rising streamer. She stands out among top streamers for her honesty when addressing the mental health crisis within the community, actively using her platform to make streaming a more sustainable job for everyone. Her most prevalent avenue to achieving this is by uplifting fellow women in streaming. By giving shoutouts and donations to some genuinely talented fellow women in streaming, she hopes to raise more female voices in a male-dominated space.
Just because she's so nice to send it right back to me.
Beautiful.
That was some of the most fun I've had in a hot minute, seriously. I just love to give people money, especially when it's gonna make a big difference in like their life or the hobbies that they enjoy or their streams. Like I know that can go such a long way. It feels so fulfilling.
Dr. Lupo, charity. While Pokimane's kindness was shown through charitable acts, one streamer stands out above her as the clear epitome of the virtue charity. Charity is typically described as the voluntary act of helping those in need unmotivated by self-interest, and no single streamer has aligned themselves with these values more so than Dr. Lupo.
Bro, are you kidding me? This is $1 million from Twitch.
His journey into charity is one of the most unexpected ways possible. One day, a trash talker challenged him in Destiny. Although Dr. Lupo was completely confident in his skills, he was still faced with a moral dilemma. Instead of keeping any potential winnings for himself, he pledged to donate everything to charity. The rando would chicken out, but Dr. Lupo would stay true to his word and raise nearly $11,000 for the National Fragile X Foundation, an organization dedicated to treating and finding a cure for Fragile X syndrome. And thus, Dr. Lupo's charity tradition was born. And every day since, Dr. Lupo dove more and more of his time and resources to charity. He even started to direct all tips on his lives straight to St. Judge's Children's Research Hospital. Thanks to his dedication, within just 5 years, he would donate a total of $10 million to St. Jude's, with that total only growing with every passing year.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lupo. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Dr. Lupo.
Dr.
Dr.
Lupo.
Lupo.
Hopefully, right now, graphic on the screen so that people understand.
Dr. Lupo would smash records year after year with his event Build Against Cancer, which would earn him the title of the largest donation from a single content creator every year since 2019. With a new goal of raising $25 million by 2033, Dr. Lupo continues to significantly impact the fight against cancer significantly.
Thank you so much to every single person that's donated, to every single person that's supported St. Jude, to every single person that's going to be at Guardian Con, to every single person that freaking loves gaming. And most importantly, from top to bottom, St. Jude.
Ludwig, patience. Our next streamer, Ludwig, was made famous through one single incredible act of endurance that lasted over 30 days, aligning him with the heavenly virtue, patience. This legendary subathon was the result of Ludwig having to reschedule a regular 24-hour stream for his appendectomy. To make up for the delay, Ludwig changed it to a subathon, only expecting it to last no more than a couple of days.
Usually people do it for like a fun 24-hour stream, sometimes even a 48-hour stream. And I thought I would do it too. But it didn't really go as planned.
Every subscription added 20 seconds to the timer, and throughout the live stream, Ludwig would just go about his day, showering, gaming, sleeping, pooping, as usual. Ludwig wasn't streaming mindlessly. He wanted to surpass Ninja in total numbers of subscriptions at one given time, and as the stream went on, it seemed very possible. And through perseverance, Ludwig would shatter his record in just 21 days.
We did it. We broke the record. This is us. I get all of the money. I just get so much of it. We did this though. You were here. This is your guys' record.
With nothing left to prove, Ludwig would approach the 30-day mark and try his best to slow down the subscriptions coming in. Everything from capping the total amount of subs one person could purchase to 100, to reducing the amount of time a subscription would add down to 10 seconds. But at this point, the stream showed no sign of stopping. After 31 days of streaming, Ludwig would announce a cutoff date, and though the stream came to a close, it would inspire many others to carry on the torch and spark heavy debate about what content creators are willing to sacrifice for their audiences. Case in point, our next streamer who has got to be one of the most modest streamers to emerge in recent history. Queso, humility. Queso, despite the many jokes surrounding him, has managed to remain true to himself, perfectly placing him with the virtue of humility. Queso would spend his youth in a rural town in Arkansas, about as far away as you can get from the traditional streamer stereotype. Growing up, Case would work as a maintenance man with his dad, but the thought of having to work a 9-to-5 for the rest of his life troubled him. He wanted more. On one fateful night, Queso's card was declined at a dollar store, giving him the final push he needed to pursue streaming full-time with the support of his mom. Case leads a pretty private life, but the small bits and pieces he shares show that he doesn't really think all too much of himself, putting his audience above his own image. Case's humble nature led to his audience slinging insult after insult, targeting everything from his weight to his low income status, and clips of these interactions began to dominate the TikTok algorithm.
What do you mean bro's built like a 1x1 Lego piece? What even is a 1x1 Lego piece? Yep, you're banned. Have a good night.
These jokes would naturally get under anyone else's skin, but Case has shown time and time again that the jokes don't bother him. He very purposefully plays up the absurdity of his audience's humor to get a reaction out of them.
Breaking news. Paycheck to paycheck, scraping for dimes, Twitch streamer Queso has...
Dude, it gets worse every single time! They just add to it every single time! Like it can't just be paycheck to... Now it's scraping for dimes!
These interactions keep his audience coming back to his streams again and again, and while his mom disapproves of all the jokes, Case seems to be having fun with them, and that's all that matters. While it's way easier to find streamers embodying the 7 deadly sins, we should always try to shine a light on other streamers trying to make the internet a better place. By showcasing each of their positive contributions, we can inspire each other to pick up where they left off.